Hello, Abraham. I just want to play with you. Won't take up too much time. I just want the experience. Wanted to know that I could do this. I can get in this chair again. And I'm here.
Now get out.
My question is, can you give me something new? Can you give me something refreshing, exciting to look forward to go home and try? To get in that vortex, something that will just spark it off. I feel like I need something different.
Well, it's hard to know where to go for you because we have said to you everything in the world that you have become and everything in the world that you want is in your vortex. And you say, Abraham, please give me a reason to go in there. Can't you call me in an exciting new way? It's not enough for me to know that everything I want and everything I am is in there. Give me another reason. Do you believe that the vortex exists?
Absolutely. I've experienced the vortex.
The new fresh thing that you're reaching for is we want you to accept that you're often in and make a decision that you're going to catch yourself in there and you're going to milk it just a little longer when you find yourself there. In other words, there's a powerful, powerful tool in recognizing that you are in and then just relaxing and staying there longer. Now, what often happens is you realize you're there and you say, oh, I'm there, I hope I stay. Out you go. Because you're aware that you're often not in. But if you'll just make an effort to be aware of when your heart is singing a little more, when you're dancing a little more, all kinds of things will happen because the universe knows how much you want to be in there because your inner being and everything that is important to you is in there. So there are far more opportunities to hold you in there and show you wonderful things than you are giving yourself credit for. We want to give you a little piece of understanding about something. Sometimes it sounds to you like we're talking about two cut and dried world, in the vortex and out of the vortex, and in the vortex being non-physical and out of the vortex being physical. And those are not the distinctions that we're making at all, because you can be in the vortex and physical, meaning you can be in the vortex and manifesting things, because the only difference between what humans call physical or manifested and non-physical is that there's stuff that is manifesting. So we want you to understand that if you can separate these two concepts as vibrational concepts, in the vortex feels better, out of the vortex doesn't feel so good. In the vortex, higher vibration, out of the vortex, lower vibration. In the vortex, no resistance, only allowing. Out of the vortex, plenty of resistance, not allowing. So you're thinking about vibration relative to all of this. Then you begin saying, and this is the thing that we want you to understand, if you can get into the vortex for no reason, in other words, I'm going there because it feels good, period. I'm not going there for a Range Rover. I'm not going there for more money. I'm not going there for a lover. I don't have ulterior motives that are the reason that I'm going there. Because if you've got ulterior motives as the reason that you're going there, the ulterior motive that isn't yet satisfied, that isn't yet manifested, you're just practicing the absence of it. If you say, I'm going to go to the vortex, so here's how it goes. Oh, there's a vortex over there. I know. I think I'll go in. Why? I'm going to go into the vortex so that I can get my lover who isn't here. And out you go. I'm going to go into the vortex. I'm going into the vortex. I'm going into the vortex. I'm going into the vortex so I can find money that isn't here. So the reason that we want you to go into the vortex, I'm going to the vortex because it feels good. I'm going to the vortex because it feels good. I'm going to the vortex because it feels good. I'm going to the vortex because my heart sings there. I'm going to the vortex because I'm happy there. I'm going to the vortex for emotional reasons. I'm going to the vortex because I breathe more deeply there. I'm going to the vortex because I feel more clear-minded there. I'm going to the vortex. I'm going to the vortex for emotional reasons. I'm going to the vortex for emotional reasons. If you will go for emotional reasons, you'll get in and you'll hang around a little longer. And here's the thing that we so want you to hear. We almost shouldn't tell you, but we will. If you hang around in this vortex for the emotional reason that we're describing, stuff's going to start manifesting for you inside the vortex. You're going to be in the vortex with a Range Rover. You're going to be in the vortex with more money. You see what we're getting at? Because it is right that things materialize for you, but things that you want can't materialize for you if you're blocking them with your unworthiness. Now, doesn't the word unworthiness sound different than it did before?
Feels different.
Unworthy is not something that someone else can pronounce you. Unworthy is just something that you do to yourself because you refuse to go into the vortex. Or you go for the wrong reason and it spits you right out. So here's some questions to make this more poignant. Can you take an active, throbbing, lackful vibration into the vortex?
No.
If you did, what would happen? It'd spit you right out. Why? Because the frequencies don't match up. So there are two things that we're giving you here that are fresh and new. One is, you're just going to stumble into the vortex not even knowing how you got there. Accept that. And two, you're going to practice being there longer when you find yourself there. Because whatever thought that you're focused upon is your way of practicing your vibration. And if you practice the vibration inside the vortex, pretty soon you're going to get the hang of it. Do you know people that are so sure of their financial stability that you can't make them worry about money? Do you know anybody like that?
Yes.
You say, yeah, well, they inherited a fortune. Of course, that's the way they feel. But separate whatever reason you've assigned. In other words, there's this tendency to say, well, yeah, they feel that way because of that they have, which I don't have. And we say, that's arguing for your limitations, and that's arguing for being outside the vortex. What we want you to start doing is arguing for being in the vortex. Sort of like we said to our friend, only ask the question to which you know you will receive an answer from someone in the vortex. Following?
Yes. Thank you.
Be very playful about it. We can feel that you are often in the vortex. We also can feel that you've been working very hard to get into the vortex. And we think this conversation is good for everyone because we're talking about vibration here, not action, which means we're talking about focus now, not glasses. Can you feel the distinction? We're talking about choosing the thought for the emotional content and practicing it long enough that the emotional content becomes the habit. And once you do that, then money just follows you everywhere you go. You can hardly stop the abundance of money that's flowing into your experience. Do you believe that?
I'll work on it. I'm going to have to work on it.
So we have some questions. Do you believe that you are a vibrational being?
Yes.
Do you believe in the validity of this vortex that we talk about all the time?
Yes.
Do you believe that you can feel when you're in and when you're out?
Yes.
Do you believe that you have the ability to choose a thought that makes it easier to stay in?
Yes.
Do you believe that you could take any thought and change it enough to get into the vortex? That's good. That's good. That's good, because that's exactly what we're reaching for. You don't believe that, and the reason you don't believe that is because it's a very hard thing to do. It's a very hard thing to do to take a thought and move it into an entirely different place. It's really, really, really a hard thing to do. So now we'll start asking you some questions again. Do you believe in the existence of the vortex?
Yes.
Do you believe that sometimes you're just in there and you don't even know how you got there?
Yes.
Do you believe that you can feel the difference between being in there and not in there?
Yes.
Do you believe that once in there, it would be sort of easy to stay longer?
Yes.
Do you believe it's easier to find yourself in there and stay longer, or to know you're not in and get in?
Find myself in and stay longer.
So that's the fresh new thing you're reaching for. Mm-hmm. Play with it. It will really serve you well.
Thank you, Abraham.
So what this gathering is about you deciding that you're going to offer your vibration on purpose, because your vibration equals your point of attraction. The law of attraction, which is the powerful law that manages this universe and everything that exists, it is a law that responds to vibrational frequencies. And the only reason that humans aren't more keenly aware of this law is because most humans are unaware that they have a vibrational frequency. They're not putting it together. They're not noticing that their emotions are the key to their alignment or resistance to the vibration of who they are. But once you begin to accept or even consider the idea that you are source energy, a part of which has come forth into this body, and that the larger part of you still remains non-physically focused, still offering this powerful vibration, and that when you, in your physical body, launch a rocket of desire, that your inner being becomes immediately the vibrational equivalent of that new expanded beingness, and that then your relationship in your physical body to this new expansion has shifted a little bit. In other words, you really owe it to yourself to keep up with your own expansion. And when you do, oh, life is so good. You get an idea and it feels foreign at first, but then you ponder it and you consider it and you make it more familiar. You practice it, you visualize it, you bring yourself little by little into alignment with it. And when you do, when there's no resistance offered within you, when the vibration between what you want and what you're thinking here and now are the same vibration, it manifests all over the place for you. In other words, you just can't keep from manifesting what you believe. What you believe and what you expect are manifesting all around you as evidence of what you believe and what you expect. But humans don't tell the story that way usually. They don't say, I get what I think about. They say, I get stuff and some of it I like and some of it I don't like, but I can't figure out what's the common denominator. I think that I am living a karmic response to past lives. It must be something like that. No, I know what it is. I know what it is. There's a conspiracy against me. I think it's the government. No, I know what it is. I was born into the wrong religion and I'm being punished for that. You come up with really screwy things. Or you say, it's my employer's fault. That's a big one. Oh, here's the biggest one of all. It's my mother's fault. I'm certain that we got off on the wrong foot. If she had been wiser, things would have gone better for me. And what we're wanting you to realize is you learned a lot of vibrational patterns from a lot of different places. But the bottom line is your vibrational pattern, what you believe and what you expect is what you're getting. It's what you're getting. It's what you're getting. And we just want to show you that if what you're getting is a match to what you're wanting, then our work here is done. But if there are things that you desire that you're not getting, if you want to feel clear-minded and you're confused, then there's more work to do. If you want to be healthier than you are, then there's more work to do. If you want to have more fun than you're having, then there's more work to do. If you want to be more prosperous than you are, then there's more work to do. And we want you to know that there is always, eternally, don't let this get you down, more work to do, because you're constantly sifting and constantly asking and constantly then being given the choice of moving in the direction of your newfound request or not. And you're going to discover that as you move in the direction of the desires that are born every day, then life feels good to you. You cannot get enough of it. You wake up refreshed and eager. You're like those little kids you see. Don't you see them? They hit the floor running every day. They cannot wait to get... And you wonder, what is the intrigue with that pile of toys that they've been playing with for so long? What is it about that room or that little box of toys or that friend across the street? What is it that they keep discovering new eagerness for life? And then you say, as a sort of burned out adult, well, they'll get over that soon enough. And we want to say to you, we want you to never get over that frisky, free feeling of the new discovery of life.